Bitcoin right now is coming to a major area of resistance, a make it or break it zone that will determine whether or not we see more downside or more upside. So make sure to watch to the end of the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell, because we are here telling you what is going to happen before it happens. We gave the short setup in advance. Boom. We took that juicy short trade. We gave the long setup in advance right from the level of 91,000 to 93. And of course, we are currently getting a bounce right from this very important level. And we're going to be talking about what we need to expect next. As you can see, the Bitcoin price has been trading in this range right here between the fair value zone of about $103,000 at the upside and about $91,750 at the downside. And yesterday, the reason why we were able to scalp that long in the Casper Crew VIP Discord over at jasoncaspertrading.com is because we were ready and prepared for that value area low, that level here where the Bitcoin price is considered to be oversold or undervalued. And even though there was a massive cascade of liquidations yesterday, more than when FTX went down, almost as much as the COVID crash, this is not anything too crazy. Why? Because the Bitcoin price is simply trading within a sideways range. And when you come down to the bottom of a sideways range, you look for a bounce. Now, when we were up here last week and I was telling you about the short trade that I was in, the short trade given in advance in the Casper Crew, we were talking about how $97,000 was going to be a major area of support. And of course, we hit that $97,000 target. We locked in a take profit one on the short. And I was saying, if we close the candle below this POC, then the highest probability is that we come down to the value area low where we will look for a bounce. And if you saw my video last night, you saw that I was in the long trade from the low, and we're currently up right now testing this POC again. Now, this is going to be our major area of resistance right now. If the Bitcoin price can hold above this POC, then actually we can get a move back up to the $103,000 level. However, if we reject here, we're most likely going to make a lower low. Now, there's two major areas of resistance that we need to be aware of on the chart right now. Resistance number one is obviously going to be 97, where we're at right now. Resistance number two is going to be $100,000 psychological level, confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket. You can see right here, $100,000 618 golden pocket. Very important, because as you know, the 618 Fibonacci level is in fact our high school crush, 6Juanita, the girl of our dreams. We thought we'd ask her out. We thought she'd be our girlfriend. We thought we'd get matching Bencoin tattoos and live happily ever after off our crypto meme coin gains. We didn't foresee this massive bloodbath happening. And you can see the 6Juanita rejected us right from that Fibonacci golden pocket, which is what we need to be aware of if we reclaim 97. So right now, major resistances, 97K, $100,000, and then $103,000 at the value area high of the range. If we do get a rejection from here, then we need to be prepared for a move back down to the bottom of this horizontal range. Right now, this range is defined by the lows at around $85,000 and the highs at about $108,000, $109,000. This is the larger range. And so if we're going to reject from this POC, that gives us a high, a low, a lower high from the Fibonacci setup given in advance in the Casper Crew. And then we've made a lower low, and then we make a lower high, and then we make a lower low again back down toward the low of the range. So this is really what we need to be prepared for right now. Is Bitcoin ultra bearish? A lot of people are very scared right now about Bitcoin, but let me give you a word of comfort. We're simply trading in a sideways range for now. There's really no reason to be overly bearish or overly bullish as long as we're within the two price points of $85K and $108,000. If we're going to lose $85,000 like this, boom, that's another story. But for right now, we don't need to be overly scared. Why did we get so many liquidations? In my opinion, it's because after Trump won the election, everybody and their grandmother all of a sudden decided to get bullish on Bitcoin. They weren't bullish at 20K, they weren't bullish at 30K, they weren't bullish at 40K, and then they decided to long on leverage after bullish fundamentals, which is the number one thing you should never, ever do in crypto, right? We are currently getting a little bit of a move to the upside. Let's see if we can't hit that $100,000 level. We're pumping, baby, up 12K. Shout out to the Casper Crew, jasoncaspertrading.com, to join the best trading community in the world, because not only do we give the setups in advance like we did for the long and the short, but we have multiple instructors giving you their trade setups and their levels for multiple assets multiple times a day. Also, if you want to trade right now, BLOFIN is offering 10% cash back until the end of February on everything that you deposit into your futures account. Also, WEEX, the lowest deal on fees, also does not require KYC. If you do want a KYC, then ByBit and MEXC are my two go-to exchanges. So this is the deal with Bitcoin. These are the major levels. We have to talk about ETH, which did in fact get a massive capitulation wick last night. The wick wicked down even below my level of support, which I had right here at around $2,300. We ended up wicking all the way down to $2,000 Ethereum. Absolutely crazy. Why do I call it Ethereum? It's because that's what everyone calls it. People just getting into crypto, you know what I'm saying? Your grandfather, he's like, hey, Jason, I know you got that Bitcoin stuff, but Bitcoin's too dang expensive. I can't afford me none $100,000 coin. But this other thing there, Ethereum, I think it's called, man, I could put myself 2,000 to get one of them coins. Maybe that'll be the next Bitcoin, if you know what I mean. So that's why I call it Ethereum. You can see we are getting a pretty intense bounce here from pretty key support. I mean, we are backtesting this horizontal support right here from these levels. And so honestly, I do have to say, if this is going to lead to a significant bottom for Bitcoin, we can also expect this to lead to a significant bottom for ETH. The fact that this daily candle right here is potentially closing, and let me clean up the chart and remove this long position and this drawing that I made here. If this daily candle can close above our trend line, above $2,500, in my opinion, this could lead to another big push to the upside, another big break. There's one last thing I want to talk about here, and that's the order flow chart. If we go to the order flow chart here, and we take a look at what's happening right now, we are seeing some pretty intense bullish CVD coming in on the order flow chart. What do I mean by bullish CVD? As we look at this range here, remember our overall bullish idea for this, if you've been following along with the channel, which you absolutely have to, make sure you like, subscribe, click the bell. Our bullish idea is that this was our low, this was our higher high, and as long as we don't make a lower low, as long as we make a higher high, well, we could continue to see this uptrend. And if we take a look right now at the order flow, we are seeing millions of shorts, actually almost 1 billion shorts opening up between this low and this higher low. And when you see more shorts than longs opening, especially a number like 1 billion, and yet the price is unable to make a lower low, this is called bullish absorption, meaning there could be bigger players here actually building long positions at these lows while everybody else is getting very bearish. So the hope that we have right now for Bitcoin, for ETH, is the fact that we are making a higher low. If we reclaim $100,000, that's very bullish. Right now, we're currently above 97K, which is key resistance, and we are getting a little bit of a pump here. But remember the areas of resistance that I gave to you guys, because that is where you want to be planning for your trades. Again, a successful trader is not somebody who predicts the market. A successful trader is not somebody who gets that one big move. A successful trader is somebody who comes to the charts each and every day with a clearly defined plan and executes their plan with good risk management. This is what we teach in the Casper crew. This is how I trade. This is how we are able to get these entries from these highs and lows, because we are ready and we are prepared with the setups and the levels given in advance. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. May God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace!